Chapter 1. The Profile of a Great CEO. A look at the main traits. Let's have a look at people's overall perception about the traits a competent CEO should embody. For instance, a research carried out by the Ladders.com suggests that there are indeed certain personality traits that distinguish the genuinely competent executives from the rest. The study entailed asking 1,300 job seekers in the U.S. $100-plus market what abilities or personal characteristics are most vital in a CEO. The greater part, 53%, picked leadership as the characterizing trademark. Ethics came second at 19% of the vote, strategy was third at 10%, and responsibility fourth at 8%. The rest of the traits selected were administration, 5%, creativity, 3%, and industry mastery, 2%. A different study by the Ladders aimed to explore the criteria by which a CEO's performance should be assessed. Similarly as before, leadership was the primary choice at 29%, followed by impact on shareholder value at 22%, strategy for growth 16%, and operational prowess at 11%. Ensuring ethics and tending to a company culture each received 8% of the vote, and the ability to achieve regular development goals were voted as 6%. A third study surveyed 900 lower-level administrators about what they considered to be the most critical criteria on which they are assessed. 39% of the respondents picked leadership, 29% picked the ability to achieve regular development goals, and 13% picked diligence and engagement. Industry know-how was picked by 10% and inventiveness by 9%. Next, let's focus on exploring these traits in greater depth to see how inspiring leaders can begin creating and developing them from the starting point of their professions. Leadership. Leadership is the primary quality that individuals expect from an effective CEO. In addition, leadership can be exercised by embracing new experiences, diving into uncomfortable situations, and circumstances that oblige us to lead the pack and provide the guidance needed to reach a common goal. This trait set in very early in one's career, yet experience plays a crucial role here too. Leadership demands action, and CEOs need to be able to respond promptly when faced with difficulties. The skill set needed to lead properly can and must be developed as early as possible by engaging in many roles at school, university, and the community. Even in the early days of a leader's career, when the aspiring leader will more likely to take on the roles of follower or disciple rather than role of guidance, there will be plenty of occasions for him to polish up his leadership skills, starting with leading various projects, sharing ideas, and helping others with their tasks. Keep in mind that leadership requires involvement. You will need to become actively involved in the work of your team, offer help, communicate effectively, and provide proper feedback when needed. Ethics. Ethics is a vital trait sought after in great CEOs, especially in today's uncertain financial environment. This entails integrity and consistency, but also the ability to adapt. Respect the values you expect of others, but also reassess your values every once in a while and readjust them if necessary. Sometimes it is necessary to realign your values with those of the great leaders. It's never too late to learn and adapt. Strategy. A CEO is one of those key individuals who uses focus to the bearing of the organization. Obviously, though, he doesn't settle on the choice alone. Having the ability to look ahead and plan what is best for the company, looking into the business drifts, the economy overall, and whatever other variables that may influence the organization's trajectory is an imperative skill to nurture. Just like all the leadership traits discussed here, the learning journey begins right from the start. Strategy requires the ability to put things into perspective, to see past the regular operational undertakings of your work and devise plans that will make things happen at different operational stages. So from the earliest starting point of your career, exercise a keen eye for details, analyze choices made by the management, and attempt to grasp the logic and justification behind them. Do a lot of reading and converse with individuals to figure out as much as possible about the business sector. See whether you can impart some of your thoughts and ideas to your manager. The top management may not embrace them all, yet toward the end of the day, your interest will definitely be noticed and eventually rewarded. Responsibility. Responsibility stands out as a virtue that many expect from a competent CEO. Do you consider yourself ready to assume liability for your activities and those of your group? Is it safe to say that you are eager to stand up for your decisions and actions and take the hits if they backfire? Being responsible begins from the earliest starting point of one's life. The stakes are obviously higher at school or university. Failing to fulfill your role as part of a project or not respecting deadlines will have negative consequences on the entire team. The higher up you go, the greater the weight of your decisions. Still, the rules are the same. Are you prepared to take responsibility for your actions? You will need to display this willingness to take ownership of your actions right off the bat in your profession. Management. Being a competent manager is a crucial skill as an executive. It goes past talking over the guidance of a team. It's about collaborating and meeting expectations with your group, understanding the strengths and limitations of every individual, and putting them to use in a manner that enhances the performance of the group in general. Notwithstanding that, it includes being in charge of the individual progress of your colleagues and obliges you to work with them and schedule their workload so that every progress made not only reflects onto the team, but on a personal level as well. Toward the end of the day, a CEO is responsible not just for the benefits of the organization, yet for the well-being and advancement of the organization's human capital. Thus, managing your employees well is vital, and it is likewise something that can begin from the earliest starting point of your profession. Creativity. Finding unique solutions to problems is what separates agile leaders from the rest. New problems require new innovative approaches, so traditional problem solving doesn't always apply here. Practicing flexibility when handling problems will help you delve in deeper into the problem-solving process, and analyzing problems from different angles is more likely to provide better solutions. That is why the great CEOs are usually creative leaders. On the downside, creativity is something that can't be taught. It builds on experiences, open-mindedness, and a constant search for new ideas and innovative solutions. This is what makes the difference when it comes to devising business plans or strategies. Industry know-how. Understanding an industry thoroughly requires intense study and in-depth experience, and industry know-how is key for credibility and decision-making. It takes years of hands-on experience, a profound understanding of contenders, what customers are searching for, and what the pitfalls are. The time to begin doing this is not when you achieve the CEO level, but when you join the business at the beginning. In case you're determined to occupy a CEO position one day, get inquisitive and work hard to comprehend your industry thoroughly.